We've been around actually for longer than most people realize. We've been around since 1995, and it started off with a product when bandwidth was really expensive in the internet. So a number of years ago, we had a product called Squeeze, and that Squeeze product actually acted as did exactly what the title of the product says. It squeezed video files together, made it easier to transport over the internet, whether it's for video consumption or whether it was for advertising. So the company was really well known for that. But the reality is bandwidth is not super expensive anymore. So we've essentially started to create new products to bring to the TV advertising industry that just haven't been in existence before. So we focused actually on two main areas. The first was offering a measurement solution to local broadcasters. And the differentiator for us there is that it's geared directly to local broadcasters rather than the buying community or national networks or anything like that. So it was just an untapped market, really interesting opportunity for us. And then the one that I work most closely with, and the one that I'm really passionate about and really excited about, is we're bringing a new addressable product to market. And it'll be one that actually leverages digital components and pushes real-time nature of ad delivery as opposed to what's currently available in the marketplace.
So tell us a little bit about your broadcast measurement platform, how it works and how it differs from other.
Yeah, absolutely. So we partner with smart TV manufacturers on both the analytics or measurement product and the addressable product. And through that, the interesting thing from our side is that that really allows for second-by-second viewership. So it's second-by-second viewership. It's kind of actualized data because it's real-time coming directly from the TV manufacturer, understanding through our ACR technology, automatic content recognition. We understand what's on the screen, and we can actually measure what people are doing on the TV. It's really interesting because it's not panel-based, it's not leveraging set-top box data, it's just doing something that's not been done in market before. And as I said previously, the big opportunity is actually pushing it to those local broadcasters. So what's really interesting is there's a number of different use cases for that. There are different promotional opportunities, so meaning understand how many promos you're running. Can we be a little more effective based on the behaviors of the viewers? For newscasters, really interesting opportunity there is, can we help them program the news in a better fashion? Maybe they need to push happier stories, or maybe they need to do something that they hadn't really thought about. So what really grabs people's attention? And the interesting thing from a second-by-second viewership is you can actually track that viewer from the entire life cycle of them in front of the TV. So during the newscast or during something that happens on the local broadcaster, whether it's syndication or something like that, you can actually see, did they leave the channel when a particular news story was coming on, or did they do something where they came back and stayed and were heavily engaged? So the uniqueness from our side is that it allows just different opportunities to think about measurement rather than focusing exclusively on advertisers or exclusively on program ratings or things like that. It's just a different opportunity to think a little more holistically, especially at the local broadcast level, where there have been a hunger for measurement that was a little more informed and a little more second by second. And one thing that I'll talk about throughout our little discussion here is that the really key differentiator is that we're talking about leveraging smart TVs, so it's internet connected TVs. And the big benefit there is that everything is connected. And that's hugely important because that means you're getting real-time data back. So it's understanding what's happening, but it's also in that real-time nature. It's not waiting for overnights or the next day. It's actually in real time.
So that second-by-second viewing data from the smart TVs, that's at a household level?
Yep. So it's interesting because look, the reality is that there are different ways that you can understand what's actually happening within the household. Whether it's leveraging something on your cell phone, you can kind of map exactly who's in front of the TV based on different measurements. For us, it's all household based. And the reality is that's actually a pretty good metric. And there's lots of studies out that talk about co-viewing. So families sit in front of the TV, husbands and wives sit in front of the TV. So it's really about actually understanding the household, and from there you can kind of append different data, understand how many people are in the home, and really understand their behaviors there as well.
So you folks have been working on an addressable advertising solution. Tell us what stage you're at and what that's going to look like.
We are really, really excited about the Addressable product. We are taking a different approach. So again, we're focused on smart TV manufacturers. So we looked for different opportunities within that space, again, to really leverage what happens in the digital ecosystem and bring that to linear TV. So when we talk about addressable, we're actually talking about a linear TV addressable solution. And the reason that's super exciting is because it really takes out the traditional and really starts understanding how you can leverage the digital ecosystem to do something that has been done in the linear TV side, but maybe not at the speed with which we can perform. So essentially what happens is we have, the key for our platform is that we're essentially creating an ecosystem. So we're really bringing an opportunity to really think holistically about everything that happens in TV. And so what I mean by that is we're driven by partnerships with TV manufacturers. We're driven by partnerships with inventory owners, and the inventory owners could be local broadcasters, they could be national TV networks. Doesn't have to stop there. It could be really whatever happens on the TV itself. And then from there, this conference is really super exciting because it really talks about what's important. The stuff that we are fully ingrained with in terms of advertising and revenue and profit for companies is obviously important, but at the end of the day, it's really about the viewer. And so what we think about is how do we make a viewing experience more appealing for folks on a linear TV basis. And the reason that's important is because if you take things out of the addressable marketplace today and focus on the full barometer of a program, meaning the addressable market today is focused on the local 2 minutes an hour that MVPDs have. So what if we could take that and extend it into national network time or local broadcast time? That's extraordinarily relevant because what happens is if you can actually think about the stream itself, then you can actually really truly talk about ways that you can make the viewing experience more appealing. So if you look at what happens on the SVOD community, right, there's Hulu has different ad pods than you would on the traditional linear side. Sony Crackle, the same sorts of things. So is there a way that we can make ads more relevant, make people more engaged? And then at the same time, are there ways that we can think about breaking the paradigm and thinking about change and not focus exclusively on 18 minutes per hour of commercial time? Can we think about ways that we can maybe shrink that? Can we make everybody a little more, it's a little more appealing for everybody involved? And so again, much like we talked about on the measurement piece, we're focused on household level addressability. That's super interesting because if you're actually talking about smart TVs, the smart TV again is in the digital ecosystem. There are lots of data points that you can append to anything within the household, whether it's behavioral, whether it's mobile driven. Really everything is driven from your household. And everything is in real time. Everything is reported back second by second and actually connected devices.